Hey, Dustin here, Smoking Eagles Rod Shop, and in tonight's video, I'm going to be driving the old blue van. I'm going to haul my little red enclosed trailer back in there somewhere, loaded down with swap meet crap to Ducktail Run Rod and Custom Car Show. It is freaking awesome. Last year they had over 2,300 cars and over 400 swapper spots. And that's right, I've got 3 swapper spots. I'm going to park the blue van in one of them. I'm going to live in it for the whole weekend, and I'm going to try and sell my merch and whatever swap meet Louie I got in the old trailer back there. Some of it's Jason's leftover LS stuff. A bunch of it's just a bunch of my old car stuff. I got small block Chevy, big block Buick, all kinds of junk in that trailer. So not only have I never driven this van more than like 30 miles from my house, but I've also never driven it in the rain, and it's supposed to rain all weekend, and I've never hauled a trailer. So I decided, hey, why don't I do all those things at once, and I'll do it at night for some extra credit. No, that's not really what happened. Like normal, I'm about a half a day behind, but for good reason this time. Last night, my wife woke me up at like 2 in the morning. She was in excruciating pain in her chest and stomach. So I took her down to the emergency room. The doctor gave her a little look-see there and said it was time for her gallbladder to go. And I said, hey, hack that thing out of there. They got her all doctored up. She's at home resting up. And she said, hey, go ahead and go to the show. I'm just going to sleep on the couch anyway. I'm pretty sure I can handle that. And I said, okay, kids take care of you, and I'm going to hit the strip. So got the van all loaded up. It's dark, it's cold, and yeah, what better time to take a side quest than now? I'm going to take you guys with me. I'll get some sweet video of the cars down there. I'll walk around, get you guys some video of that. I'll also wander around through the swap meet area there and get you a little bit of video of that. I don't know how much of this video is going to be action-packed or, you know, our usual thing, but I just kind of want to take you guys with me because this is an epic journey. I've been working hard on this van, trying to get it ready to make it down there. My mom even made me some custom curtains. Maybe I'll show you guys those tomorrow. But yeah, wish me luck, and yeah, you get to be my passenger princess. So let's go. Well, guys, we're halfway. I stopped and checked. They don't have any leaks, no squeaks, no random noises. That didn't just stuff rattling in the back of the van. She's not doing too bad. You guys a quick little walk around there. And yes, we love Pizza King. All right. Keep on trucking. I mean vanning. We're gonna keep on vanning down the road. It's getting a little chilly out, so gotta get there. Pretty stoked on the old camper here, guys. I didn't even set any of this stuff up before I left. I just said, hey, this is how I want it to work in my brain. I think it'll be perfect. Let's do this, right? I threw it all together, and this is what I got. Got my curtains all shut here. Thanks, Mom, for making me these sweet curtains here that match the van. I got these cool little magnets from Amazon. They're like buttons. It's got a little handle, and they're metal, and they got like a rare earth magnet in them. Babies are strong. I got them holding all my curtains down so nobody can see in. They're even holding up my sweet Scooby blanket there, blocking off the windshield and stuff so people can't see me in here sawing logs. I got this old camp cot here. Originally I was gonna have like a twin air mattress in here because Charity was gonna come for a day or two, but you know, plans change. So I just grabbed this, and that gives me a little more space. I got just a foam camping mat. This is an old rag rug that I got from one of those knick-knack stores that sells, you know, a little bit of everything. I also got this sweet little rabbit's foot that I keep on the keychain of the old van here. Not breaking down, having a rabbit's foot on my keychain. Is that a coincidence? I think not. Anyway, yeah, I got plenty of room in here. Look, I got all this space here. Now tomorrow night, the generator won't be here. It'll be outside giving me power. And my toolbox won't be here because it'll be inside the enclosed trailer. It's still full of all my swap meet stuff, so I'll empty that tomorrow. I'll take the trailer to the trailer overflow, pay 10 bucks, 20 bucks, whatever it is. The trailer can sit up there for the rest of the weekend. I can have all my swap meet stuff out here. And yeah. Oh, check this out, guys. I got this sweet Coleman cooler at a yard sale for free. The bottom of it's cracked, and if you open the lid here, the plastic on the top is bowed down a little bit. I don't use it for cold stuff. I don't put ice or pop or food or anything in there. What I decided to do is I just put all my camping stuff in it. It's got a bottle opener on the side here. It's got these metal handles. It's super cool, and it was free. I fit everything I need to camp in here, minus my camp stove and of course my bedding and stuff, and my clothes. My clothes are in a duffel bag. But as far as like my extension cords, all my cooking utensils, a poncho in case it rains, I got, you name it, I put it in here. Paper plates, you know, freaking everything is in here. Dish soap. Yeah, pretty cool little idea. I may find me another one, or even just multi-purpose this one when I go camping, and I'll put camping supplies in it. When I'm not camping, I'll put just like an assortment of our merch in here, and then when I drive the van around, or even the old truck or the Camaro, whatever I want, I can just throw this cooler in there, and I'll always have, you know, a hat or a t-shirt or whatever you guys want. If you see me out and about at the O'Reilly's or the gas station or whatever, say, Dustin, hook me up with a sticker or a t-shirt or a hat or a who knows what, and I can snatch it out of there and hook you up. Anyway, I am absolutely whooped, guys. It's been a long, well, I was gonna say weekend, but it's only frickin' Wednesday night. But it's late. I need to get some shut-eye. I'll get everything unpacked tomorrow, and I'll see you guys there. All right, guys, as you can see, I got my booth all set up. A couple open spots over here next to me, so I might spread out a little bit tomorrow. See, I got everything all set up here. Got a booth here. Swap spots as far as the eye can see. Tonight, after the sun starts to go down and people clear out, I'll give you guys the old backstage tour, I guess. We'll go wander down through the swap meet pits and get the insider ticket, maybe find a sweet deal or two, and then go over and check out the cars. All right, guys, so Ducktail's over. It's been a few days. I got all my stuff unpacked, and I wanted to take a second, well, actually a few minutes, and just discuss with you guys kind of what happened. Unfortunately, weather did not treat us well down there. I planned on, when the crowd kind of died down a little bit, taking you guys around, showing you the how big the swap meet really is, checking out tons of cool old cars. There was almost 2,000 cars there this year, even with the weather conditions that we had down there. And by weather conditions, I mean rain, wind, high wind with rain, and more rain. So it was pretty brutal, really. And there was still a huge turnout. There was tons of people there. I had a great time. Unfortunately, my wife, because she was sick, as you guys know, she didn't get to come down there and hang out with me at all. But I want to let you know she is home, doing great, doing fine. She's feeling a lot better. She's moving around, so it won't be long and she'll be right back to 110% like she usually is. So yeah, I thought, how do I finish this video? Since, you know, by the time people died down, it was either raining cats and dogs or it was just too dark to see anything. And I wanted to give you guys at least a little closure. So I thought, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to discuss what I learned about the van, and I'm going to show you guys all the sweet stuff I scooped up, and I'm going to start with this world famous Duncan yo-yo. Now, I found this yo-yo at a swap meet booth, and I'm basically a yo-yo professional if you didn't already know. I can make it go up and down almost every time. I can walk the dog because she just had to go, and instead of buying one, I bought every yo-yo the guy had. Because, you know, that's what you do at a swap meet. You buy in bulk, right, guys? You go, hey, what do you want for that screwdriver? $1? How about all 12 of those screwdrivers for $6? And then you haggle, and then you do the dance, and then boom, you've got 27 screwdrivers that you didn't even know you needed. But guess what? Next year, if I don't want these yo-yos, or however many are left, after I hand a couple out to my kids and my nephews or the neighbor kid or who knows what, stocking stuffers, they'll go on my merch table at the next Ducktail swap meet. So let's get in here and I'll show you guys all the sweet stuff I scooped up, and then we'll go talk about the van. So first thing I got here is a whole pile of yo-yos. As you can see here, I got a pretty smoky deal on that. I originally had 16, I think about 16 yo-yos for $8, which is 50 cents a yo-yo. And then I sold 4 or 5 of them for $1 a piece at my booth. And then I've been playing with a handful of them. I gave my kids a couple. And like I said, I'll keep these around. And yeah, who knows what's going to happen. Some of them are unbranded, like that one. So yeah, but most of them are Imperial Duncans. You know, the real deal. I also picked up these pool balls that are already tapped and threaded for shifters, or you can screw them on anything you want. You can make feet for a table. I mean, they got all kinds of possibilities. I think I got all 4 of these for $2. I thought that was a pretty good deal. Not that I have like an actual plan for them, but I have them. I bought a flex plate for the blue truck because I think my flex plate is cracked. When I put the motor, the big block, in the blue truck, I bought a new flex plate for it because the old one, some of the teeth were kind of mangled up on it. And I bought it at just your regular big box store. I don't remember if it was Napa, O'Reilly's, AutoZone, wherever, but it wasn't very expensive. And I don't like it. I've tried to shim my frickin' starter 100 different times. It always whines. It always makes noise. I got it as good as I could possibly get it. And I'm telling you, I mess with that thing for hours and hours trying to get that thing to line up right. I don't think that it was a starter issue because the old flywheel didn't do that, even though a couple of the teeth were kind of munched on it. But it was a 40-year-old flex plate. So, of course, it's going to have wear on the teeth, right? I probably should have left it in there, but I didn't. I bought a cheap one, put it in there. I think it's cracked, or at least doesn't line up with the starter. And I'm so fed up with it. I bought this All-Star Performance flywheel, which is a lot better brand. I paid 75 bucks for it. And that's what they go for online, but I didn't have to pay shipping or anything, and it was there. I saw it, and it's a decent brand, so I scooped it up while I saw it. I got this cassette tape storage container for $1 because I have cassette tapes in the old blue truck. I like to cruise around with my Alpine, with my cassette deck, and jam to some ZZ Top or AC/DC or Metallica. I try and hunt down all cool old cassette tapes. I got this sweet plastic eagle for a couple dollars off of a guy. I think I'm going to have my wife paint it up red, white, and blue for Smoking Eagles Rod Shop. And then we can set it out in front of the shop here. I think that'll be pretty cool. Maybe in the driveway somewhere. I found this cool Tonka Boogie van. I think I paid $10 for that. It's got an interior in it. It is super cool, and it's just crusty enough that it kind of matches my crusty van. I thought it was pretty cool. It's a Tonka, so it's unbranded, so it's supposed to look like, you know, Chevy, Dodge, Ford. It's kind of supposed to be a mashup of all those vans in one. And I think it did a pretty good job of doing the, you know, the old van thing. I think it's cool. I'll stick it on the shelf somewhere in the shop here. That's fun. I got this old crusty Craftsman toolbox for, what did I pay for this? $5? Maybe $8. I don't remember. Somewhere around there. I haggled with the guy for a while. It's pretty banged up and pretty beat up. It's pretty rusted on the sides. The lid does function. It has the tray. It's pretty crusty, but I know you're thinking, Dustin, that toolbox is beat to crap. What are you going to do with that? I have a project for that. I'm going to make an upcoming video. I actually want to turn this into a charcoal grill that you can tailgate with. So basically you just grab the handle, take it with you. It'll have your charcoal in there. It'll have your lighter fluid. It'll have all your cooking utensils. I'm going to make a little grate to sit right where this shelf sits. We'll have a little vent in the top so you can adjust your vent. And you'll be able to just grab this thing, toss it in the back of the van or the truck or wherever, and just boom, go tailgating, have a good time. And it's a cool old Craftsman toolbox. I think it's a pretty cool project that won't take a lot of time and it'll be a lot of fun to build. Let me know in the comments below if you think that's a good idea, or is there some other project I should do with this toolbox, or should I just throw old junk tools in it and take it back to the swap meet? I don't know. I think it's a pretty cool idea. I don't know. Then over here, check this out. This is just an old tractor seat. I know what you're thinking. Why do you need an old tractor seat? Well, if you remember, if you've seen my tractor video where we go and get the old Farmall from out at my grandfather's, it has literally never had a tractor seat. For as long as I can remember, as a little kid, I sat on the little pole stuck up there with a little flat spot where the seat had rusted off. So when I found this seat, it was pretty crusty. It's pretty banged up. I got a pretty good deal. I think I gave the guy $8 or $10 for it or whatever. And I'm just gonna go and attach it to the tractor so it has some sort of a seat. It'll make it a little easier to put skeletons on the seat, or maybe a fake Santa Claus or something at Christmas time. I don't know, but it'll have a seat. I've always wanted a seat on that tractor. Now I'm gonna have a seat on that tractor. It's worth it to me. I don't know. Now I officially have like $10 in that tractor. Foam pad. This is like a 4x8 or pretty close, maybe like 4x6 foam pad. I got this for 30 bucks. That's a pretty good deal. These foam pads come in handy all over the shop. Now you can see I've got a couple here. I've had these for probably 5 or 6 years, maybe longer than that. And I use them all the time laying on the floor. You can see how saturated they are with all kinds of oils and slime, and I weld over top of them, everything, and they really put up with my abuse. So I knew it was about time to get some new foam, so I found this foam there and I got it. I'll cut it into a couple of pieces and then probably retire a couple of those. I've actually got 3 of these. One's in the other room, but yeah, they're getting little chunks of metal stuck in them, and you lay on them, they poke you in the back now, or they're so saturated with slimy goo that you just get gross laying on them. I could probably pressure wash them. That's an idea. I might try that. But yeah, I saw it, scooped it up, because you don't see this stuff very often. You can get it on Amazon, but it's pretty expensive. It's at least what I paid for it at Ducktail, and it was right there in front of me. Probably the big score of this swap meet is this air cleaner right here. Now you know that I have a 2nd gen Camaro over there. It's a 79, which 79 Camaros had the teardrop fake ram air hoods on them. They look really cool, but they are not functional at all. Now, people complained about that, and in 80 and 81, GM actually put a full functioning cowl hood on the Z28s, just like they did back on the 1st gen Camaros, like the 68s and 69s, where they've got a solenoid in there that opens and closes to pull in fresh air when you're getting on the throttle. It's also got the scoop and the rubber seal and all the fancy air cleaner and all that stuff. Well, when they did that in 80 and 81, they didn't put it on very many cars And this is the only one of these air cleaners I've ever seen in the wild that wasn't on a Z28 car at a car show. I've never found one on parts cars. I've never seen them on eBay. You can find them, but they're super expensive. I've never seen them on Marketplace or anything like that, and I've been watching for one for quite a while now because I have the full functioning cowl hood for this car. This is a 79, so it should have the Ram Air, fake Ram Air teardrop hood. I either want to make that Ram Air hood functional and use this air cleaner and all the parts from the bottom of the 80 to 81 cowl to make the Ram Air cowl functional, or I'm going to just put an 80 to 81 cowl on the car and make it functional. Yeah, it'll look like an 80 or an 81 instead of a 79, but I don't care. Looks are everything, and it's really not that big a deal. But I got this air cleaner. Sometimes you'll find the air cleaner by itself, but this lid is really the, you know, what do you call that? Rare item, the artifact. So to get this all complete, in good shape, this rubber seal leaves a little to be desired, but it's not destroyed. And you can buy these rubber seals because I believe it's the exact same as a first-gen Camaro. You just cut it to length. And, of course, it doesn't have the air filter, but, you know, those are a dime a dozen. I can get that. Big thing is, it's got like a little bit of a dent right here in the side of this, but I don't even care about that. Everything else is all there. And I think the guy wanted $85 for this. And I think I talked him into 50 bucks, 50 or 55 bucks, something like that, which I thought was a pretty good deal. You look them up on eBay and you can't touch one for 300 or less. So that's a good deal for me there. I've got lots and lots of options there when I finish painting the car this winter, which is coming up here in the next couple of weeks. We're going to be right back on it now that I'm back from Ducktail in the van. So let's go out here and chat about the van. So the van went all the way there and all the way back, and all the way home it was pouring down rain. I don't have any leaks. It didn't overheat. It didn't have any issues whatsoever with the engine. It wasn't tired. It didn't cry when I went up and down hills. It just pulled that little trailer, and that trailer's pretty heavy. That's a pretty heavy trailer, and I had that thing loaded down pretty good. Now, the van does leak with all that rain. It leaks right up here on the firewall somewhere, and it dribbles down, and it runs right down here into this bolt pocket, because that's the low spot there. You can see where it's kind of muddy. So I need to figure out where that's leaking. Up inside here somewhere? That's allowing it to get up in there. It's leaking up in there somewhere, or up down inside there. I need to figure out where that is, and I need to plug that off so that water can't get inside the cab anymore and rot the floor out. Same with this side over here. Water comes in right up in here and it runs down on the floor. I need to figure out where that's coming from, and I need to stop that. Now this van doesn't have the antenna on it anymore. My grandpa stole it for his lawnmower or something. So I don't think the water's getting in here, because I think if it gets in here, it would be running out down here. I think it's getting in up in here somewhere, and it's allowing to walk itself down in there. But we'll figure that out. We'll get the garden hose out one of these days and spray the front of the van down, and we'll start tracing that water up out of there. The van is filthy because, again, it rained all frickin' weekend on me, guys. Other than that, though, the van did really good. I've got this track right here for this side slider. The seam seal on it is bad right in here, and it was leaking. In here, it was dripping right off of this rail, landing here and running down. So I need to fix that seam seal on the outside of the van, and that'll seal this up so this won't leak anymore. And that back window. This back window, it leaks right up here along this top edge. The water runs right down in here and gets up in this track. And either the seal's worn out and it doesn't seal up good enough, or there's a gap up in there somewhere around this track where the hinge for the window, and it's leaking in there. It doesn't leak real bad, but it does drip every once in a while. It drips down. The only real downside to the van is just the size of the gas tank. This thing's got like a 14-gallon tank in it because it's a shorty van, and they put the gas tanks in the side here. The club wagons, they put them in the back behind the rear axle, and they're like 22-gallon tanks. The downside to that, though, is a club wagon looks like a school bus because it kind of is a school bus. And a shorty van is cool. And, you know, that's the trade-off. If you want to look cool, you just, I guess you got to put gas in it every 20 minutes. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I had an awesome time down at Ducktail. Maybe next year when I go, the weather will be better. This is honestly the first year I've ever went and had bad weather. So hopefully next year we'll have better weather. I can get you a lot cooler pictures, some video of cars, things like that. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever been to Ducktail, if you plan on going to Ducktail. If there's anything else you want to tell me, let me know. I like reading your comments, talking with you guys. Yeah. I'll post some other videos around my melon here, stuff I'm doing around the shop. And until next time, keep on wrenching. Peace.